You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Wednesday the 12th of August, 2026. It is 52 days after the summer solstice. It is 41 days before the autumnal equinox. In today's episode, bitter melon vines and 3 inventors. Today's forecast: partly sunny, then gradually becoming sunny. High near 91 degrees Fahrenheit, 32.8 Celsius. North wind 3 to 6 miles per hour. The sun rises today at 6:03 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1:01 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:58 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:27 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:03 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 18 seconds, shorter than yesterday. The new moon arrives today at 1:37 p.m. We begin lunation 1282. The moon rises today at 5:43 a.m., and then it sets at 8:05 p.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 4:24 a.m., 0 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 10:49 a.m., 1 meter 58. In the afternoon, low tide, 4:31 p.m., 9 centimeters. At night, high tide, 11:01 p.m., 1 meter 80. In our shared realm of plants and animals, one small delight in local gardens are the vines of the bitter melon. Most of the people who are growing them probably are thinking of them primarily as a food crop, as the fruits are popular in many regional cuisines, especially in South and East Asia. But the delicate vines are extraordinarily beautiful, up to about 10 feet long, with relatively small leaves that are symmetrical and deeply indented. The abundant flowers are small and yellow, and like other squash and cucumbers, they will produce flowers continually until the cold comes. Watch for them entwined in fences and gracing the corners of neighborhood gardens. Commemorations. Today is a day of inventors. On this day in 1851, Isaac Singer patented his sewing machine. Others had designed sewing machines before, but this was the first truly practical device. It could also be used in the home, not just on a factory floor, and he offered it for sale on installment plans. Singer was quite the character. As a young man, he worked as a mechanic, but he also was an actor who formed a theatrical troupe, and he was an inveterate tinkerer and inventor. He used his theatrical showmanship to demonstrate his invention. The box it came in became a stand to support the machine. The original models were driven with a pedal that the seamstress could rock with her foot. His company became one of the first truly multinational American companies, selling sewing machines across the world. Singer also fathered 26 children with 5 different women. We can say he was prodigious in all his efforts. Singer's patent model, a mock-up of the machine, is held at the Smithsonian Institution. On this day in 1877, Thomas Edison recorded himself reciting "Mary Had a Little Lamb" on his newly completed cylinder phonograph. The device employed a stylus to make grooves in thin foil. Edison spoke into his machine, while his assistant cranked the cylinder at a steady rate. Then they tried playing it back, placing the stylus back in the grooves and rotating the cylinder. They were astonished to hear Edison's voice. His assistant wrote this: "We got Ari ad el am, something that was not fine talking, but the shape of it was there. We all let out a yell of satisfaction and shook hands all around." Edison said the phonograph always remained his favorite invention. On this day in 1930, Clarence Birdseye received a patent for his method for quick freezing food. As a young man, Birdseye was a field naturalist for the Biological Survey of the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Between 1912 and 1915, he worked for long intervals in Newfoundland, where he encountered the traditional foodways of the Inuit. They brought him along on ice fishing expeditions and taught him their ways of gathering food. He noticed that the frozen fish they produced in winter retained its flavor and freshness much better than the frozen fish from fall and spring. Returning to the United States, he experimented with flash freezing, and the result was food that remained crisp and fresh. He is rightly known as the father of frozen food in the USA. And that is the Observatory, Wednesday the 12th of August, 2026.